Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Smokey Dave Presents. Today, we're going to be doing our final episode on building your own cold smoker, and we're going to be talking about how we take care and maintain an outdoor cold smoker that could attract varmints and critters. How do we keep them out of there without using poisons and other things that would be dangerous to the food that we want to smoke inside? That's what we'll talk about today. First, we'll begin by taking out the removable parts of the smoker, which would be the racks. And at the bottom, we have the smoke dispenser that has the little holes in it. And as you'll see, we'll spray that off. All right, we've cleaned off all of the various bits and pieces that we can take out of the smoker. Now we need to disinfect. And so for that, we're going to make our own bleach. Now the reason we're going to do that, and you may not know this, but did you know that bleach doesn't last? You can't keep it, you can't store it for more than a year. After about 6 months, it's only about half as strong, regular Clorox bleach. But the thing is, you can buy calcium hypochlorite, as you can see in this picture. Now, calcium hypochlorite powder will last for years and years and years. If you keep it sealed, it'll last for decades. And with that, you can make your own bleach. The amount is 1 teaspoon per gallon. Now, I have a half-gallon sprayer here, so I only used a half a teaspoon. But it makes bleach that's just as strong as a bleach you buy in the store. And of course, with a bottle like this, you'll have it for years. It's all the bleach you need. And it's obviously, this is the best thing to take care of our microorganisms. So that's what we'll use here. Okay, so this is vinegar, and I'm using regular cider vinegar. Obviously, you can just use the white kind, it's cheaper. The reason I have this in here is because I sometimes use it to spritz food I'm cooking on the grill. But ants and most bugs that use smell to detect trails can't stand vinegar, and they will stay away from it, so that's what we use. So now that we've cleaned our box, now we're going to spritz vinegar, and we can spritz it around the bottom here, keep the ants out. Obviously, you want to be careful around metal because it is vinegar, which is an acid. So our third vector of attack against the critters out there is we're going to use something called food-grade diatomaceous earth. Now, this is a powder that's made from the fossilized skeletons of ancient diatoms, millions of years old, these tiny little shellfish-type creatures piled up on the sea floor and made huge deposits. This stuff is food grade, so it's been cooked and ground up, and it's safe for use, for any kind of use like this. The only thing you need to be aware of is you need to wear a mask when you're blowing it around because it is an irritant to your lungs and mucus lining, so you don't want that. But we'll spray it around, and what'll happen is any bugs that crawl over this will get in the cracks of their chitinous outer skeleton, causing holes, and they will literally dry out. And this is for such things as earwigs and roaches and things like that. Some of these bugs don't really care about the vinegar so much. But if you think about it, you've got smoke. Bugs don't want smoke, so they won't be in there when you're using it. You've got the vinegar. You've got the Clorox to kill the microorganisms, and of course the diatomaceous earth. And so these are our 4 different vectors of attack against critters for our outside smoker. Well, I hope you enjoyed that today, and I hope you found some information there useful. Remember, if you're building a cold smoker outside, especially if it's made with wood, consider using only latex paint. Oil paints can outgas when they get hot, and we don't want any of those chemicals getting into our food. The other thing is, if you have any latches or hinges or things that need lubrication, always use medical grade or food grade mineral oil or Vaseline. Don't use regular oils and stuff. We don't want that to get into the food and cross-contaminate or anything like that. Remember, you have to be vigilant about your smoker, because while we're using things like vinegar and diatomaceous earth and the Clorox, they don't last as long as pesticides. That's a good thing. We don't want that. But it does mean you have to be a bit more vigilant, especially in springtime when the bees like to build nests. They love building a nest in your smoker if you're not watching for it. So keep that in mind. Also, if you're finding this information useful, consider subscribing and smashing the like button and maybe hitting the notification so you'll know when a new video is coming out. One more thing, folks. It's no joke. Everything's better with smoke.